Heyo, it is Thursday. It is day 4 of our core activation series. Let me get out of that bright, shining light. I wanted a good spot by a wall. I suggest you get close to a wall. Take off your shoes if you have some on. And go ahead and get your feet onto the wall, creating a 90-degree angle. Today we're going to do some glute and ab activation, and we're going to be using a bridge on the wall to do that. I'm sure you guys have done bridge 100 million times before, or maybe you haven't, maybe I'm making assumptions. But this bridge is really, really fun because you really get to articulate the vertebra of your spine when you have your feet on the wall. So here are some rules. Your heels are going to be the driving force into the wall. You can even lift your toes away from the wall if you like, okay? So your heels. Always make sure if you're pushing yourself away from the wall to readjust into that 90-degree angle between sets, okay? Also, when you're doing this, I want you to always be pulling your pubic bone up first, articulating each vertebra up off the floor at a time, one at a time, and then back down in the same way. Also check your knees. Make sure they're not bowing out or falling in. So those are a lot of rules. We have 3 sets of 12. Just listen to the cueing. Check in when I tell you to check in, and you'll do just fine. Okay? So, heels are in the wall. You can rest your arms to the side, palms up. Relax your shoulders. Go ahead. Pull your Kegels up. Pull your tailbone up. And start to draw one vertebra at a time up and away from the floor. Look at your knees. Make sure they're not bowing out or falling in. And then go ahead and roll down one vertebra at a time. 1. Keeping your breath nice and even. Exhaling up. 2. 1 vertebra at a time. Checking on the heels. 3, readjust as needed. Pull the abs down, pubic bone up, and 4. Oh, my ankles and shins are getting a big workout. 5. Good, squeezing that butt, pulling up Kegels, 1 vertebra at a time. Ooh, my abs. 6, I'm really feeling this in my abs a lot. Pull them down. Now 1 vertebra at a time. 7. And lengthening that low back. 8. Check in on the knees. They're not falling in or out. Straighten them up. 9. Check in. The heels are driving into the wall. Feet are flat. 10. To readjust real quick. There we go. See, that doesn't have to take a long time. 1 vertebra at a time. 11. And driving through the heels. Drive that pubic bone up. Lowering down 1 vertebra at a time. 12. Ooh. All right, let's take a 30-second break. I'm just going to awkwardly lay on the floor here so that I can stay inside the frame. So yeah, if you feel that in your abs, great. Then you're probably doing it right or pretty darn close. Glutes, great. Hamstrings, you'll even feel it in. Really keep driving through the heel of the foot if the hamstrings are the main place you're feeling it in, and really squeezing the glutes and pulling the Kegels and abs up. See if you can distribute that work to other parts other than your hamstring, okay? Hamstrings are working, don't get me wrong. Well, if you're feeling your hamstrings, that's not wrong. It's just we kind of want the bigger muscles, the abs, the glutes, to take that work on as much as possible. So here we go. Check your 90-degree angles. Go ahead, palms open. Inhale, pull that pubic bone up. 1 vertebra at a time away from the floor. And then back to the floor. 1, resting that pelvis. And then pulling up, exhaling, pulling Kegels up. 2 and 2. Kegels being the muscle that controls the pelvic floor. 3. Controls your stream of pee. Hold your bladder. 4. Good. Check in at the top of this bridge. Make sure your knees are straight. 5, mine have a tendency to shoot out to the side, so I know if the struggle is real. 6, good. And exhaling, pull those abs down, squeeze those glutes. 7, and exhaling, pull pubic bone up toward the ceiling, press up, squeeze glutes. 8, and exhaling, pulling pubic bone up, squeezing abs in. 9, we got this. Shh. Exhaling, squeeze, pull, knees straight. I think this is the last one. I've totally lost count. I know we were close, and we'll call that 12. All right, 30 seconds to break here. You guys are probably doing great. I'm guessing you are. Just making sure, again, to lengthen the back as much as you can by driving your pubic bone up toward the ceiling, and hold that spot as you lower down. You want to make sure you can feel your sacrum hitting the floor after your low back has. Separately. You want them to hit separate, one at a time. So, let's do 1/3 and final round. Oh, getting all adjusted and junk. Here we go. Palms facing the ceiling. Pull those Kegels up. Pull the pubic bone up. Exhale. 1 vertebra at a time. Keep those heels on the wall. And 1. Exhaling. Pulling pubic bone up. And then 1 vertebra at a time back down. 2. Ooh, readjusting. And pressing through the heels. Abs down. Lengthening the back. 3. The sacrum resting last. Rolling back down. 4. Good. Pulling up, abs down. Keep those knees straight. Check them out. 5. Take a moment to check them out. Don't just assume you're doing it right. Your body will trick you. 6. Keeping those palms facing the ceiling. Mine started facing downward as my chest wants to get involved. 7. Good. Pressing that pubic bone up. Pressing those abs down. 8. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's tough. Shh. Good. Releasing 1 vertebra at a time. 9. Shh. Squeezing. Finding those abs. 10. 2 more. Pressing pubic bone up. And then stay there. No, I'm kidding. 11 and last one. Pressing up, driving abs down, pulling knees straight, heels to the wall, 1 at a time. And 12. Okie dokie, Smokies. We're done. That's Thursdays, or the 4th exercise of the series. Thanks for tuning in. And tomorrow's Friday. What up? Have a great rest of your Thursday. Peace.